you might have to say yes. There we go.
Okay, awesome.
Perfect. And through the session, it'll be about an hour. I'll need to stop just
Okay.
on the hour just after. And just to let you know, we'll start with setting up some safe space. We'll then connect in with your guides, and feel free to share what you're experiencing, or if you, you know, whether you're seeing something, feeling something, and or if you have any questions as we go, because I'll just never stop talking. So feel free to interrupt. And wherever we go, whether it's the highest frequencies and dimensions or the lowest, I'll be there with you the whole time, and you'll be in this safe space of this session the whole time.
Awesome.
Okay, so we're going to begin by taking in 3 deep breaths. So in through the nose, nice and deep. Hold and breathe out to the mouth, nice and loud. And again, in through the nose. And now breathe out the stress of the day. And once again, in through the nose. Hold and breathe out any negativity or stress. Continue to breathe. And now I'd like you to see the divine spark of your soul there in the center of your heart, and allow its light to fill up your whole chest with golden light. And now from the center of your heart, expand a light cord up through the top of your head, up through the sky, up through the stars, going higher and higher through the dimensions of this universe, until you reach the very highest dimension you can imagine, the highest frequency, and there connecting to Source, the source of this universe, spreading out your light, feeling that oneness and unity, and remain connected to Source, and extend your light cord down to the stars, the sky, back down to the top of our heads and into our hearts. And just allow that golden light of Source to fill your body, every aspect of your human form and your light body, with this healing, energizing, clearing energy. And now, extend the light cord from the center of your heart, and this time send it down through the root of your spine, all the way down into the ground, going deeper and deeper through the layers of the planet, all the way down until you reach the very core, the center of Mother Earth, and there connecting to Mother Gaia's crystalline heart. And we send her so much love and gratitude at this time. She sends her love to us. And remain connected to Gaia's heart, and extend the light cords back up through the roots of our spines and into our hearts. And now connected to Source above and Gaia below. And together with your energy, expand out a golden bubble of light around Rachael and John. It's Rachael, right? Am I getting your name right?
Yes.
Fantastic. It's a great start. Okay, and each of us will start with our own individual golden bubbles of light. And in this light, we set the intention that only energies and entities with our permission highest good love and compassion for us may see us, access us, or exist within this space that we set. And into our golden bubbles, we invite in our guides, Archangel Michael for our protection, and Archangel Raphael for our healing. And now, through space and time, I create a bubble around John and Rachel, surrounding us, every aspect of us, in this protective golden bubble. And I set the intention that only energies and entities, with our permission, highest good love and compassion for us may see us or access us. And into this safe space, I invite in Rachel's guides, higher self, ancestors. I invite in my guides, my higher self and ancestors. And we invite in Source, Gaia, Archangel Michael, and Archangel Raphael. And just allowing your guides to come into the space. It's really funny. I see them like, how to describe it? They're like forming a line and they're kind of like shuffling in like this, like it's funny, like they're shuffling in like, okay, John, we're coming in, we're coming in.
Yep, I can feel it. Like when you were calling, I felt them all moving, and I was like, "Yep, I feel it." And my body's like covered in goosebumps. If I could show you my legs and my feet.
Oh wow, that's so cool. And I would like to invite one of Rachel's guides to step forwards to assist with this communication for this session, and to set the intention for this session that we are here to clear, to heal, to offer guidance, to retrieve any fragments of Rachel's soul, and to assist in any gift activation, anything, any messages that will help Rachel in her journey at this time. You guys are like, that's a long list. Where, and they're kind of looking at each other like, okay, who's going to do this part? That's really funny. Okay. And they're also like, they're not, your guides, they're not hiding themselves from me, but they're like, I'm seeing like the gray outlines of them, and I'm seeing like quite a few different shapes of them, and they're just standing a little bit back. And I think it's because they don't want me to tell you yet, quite yet, all of the, like their origins. And
Gotcha.
they're almost, it's like a play to them. It's like a show. It's like they're saying, it's like, we'll step through the curtain when it's time. And when it's time, we'll like come and say hello. We don't want to ruin the surprise.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
And
yeah, I feel that I have more guides around me that I'm not fully aware of yet, but I can feel their presence.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And it does feel like there's been some changes. Like you've had some, like I think some of that shuffling they're doing as well was they're like showing that some have stepped back a bit. It's something like, it's quite a big change. It's like 3 or 4 guides have changed. So some 3 or 4 have stepped back, and then others have now stepped forwards, but they're all still in your team. They're just stepping in to play different roles.
Yeah.
Okay. And the guide that stepped forwards, just ever since I asked to, they're still standing here. I see they're like a gray alien. Although they don't hugely like me describing them like that. They're like, yeah, but we're really like human. Like we're just your future. We are part of you. and they really don't want to bring in any of the negative connotations of a gray. And so this is it's a female, and oh wow, and she's just reaching up and she's like touching my hand, and she has three fingers, and it's like she's communing, it's like she's saying, it's like a greeting, it's like hello, and just exchanging that energy. And she's like speaking very softly, like a light language. I think they feel like activation codes. She's just repeating them gently over. She's saying, "Partiti singa kataya, prati sineya, pratikan siaya, pratikan sineya." And to translate, she's saying, "I am of your heart, I am of your soul, and I come at this time in love."
Oh.
It's beautiful, thank you. And she's going to tell her name, but she would like to first for us to do an energy scan of you. So we're going to proceed with this. And to do this, I will bring in a column of source light from the highest dimension of source down now to just above Rachel's head, her physical form and light body. And I set the intention for this column of lights to clear, to heal, to help activate any of Rachel's gifts as required at this time. And just gradually now bringing it down to your crown chakra. It was like, it's quite incredible. Your crown chakra is like, it's like going woo, 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 has this really loud frequency, this resonance coming out of it. And it's it feels like it's like an activation of your crown chakra. It is like a greeting that your crown chakra makes when you connect to higher dimensions. And okay, there's so much. So it feels like when you connect with your gray guide, you are able to the frequency that you let out, like the activation frequency that you resonate through your crown chakra, this like zhoo, 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 is and it sends these waves out through like space and time, and it's like a greeting. It's like hello, hello, and their ship, it's quite a small craft, can connect to that frequency, and it's almost like a homing beacon. It's like you're saying, I'm here, let's talk. And it's not just your gray guides. It's like you announce yourself when you step in to connect into the astral realms. It's really interesting. I must admit, I've never seen. I'm so used to seeing crown chakras as like this constant flow of information flowing up and down, and I feel like for you, you have this ability to broadcast, and you can like say, "Hello, I'm ready," and like go. And then it starts, and then you can also just let it subside. And perhaps when you're sleeping at night, or when you're resting, it just settles down, and that's a really beautiful, healthy, sustainable way of communicating. And I'm just going to send in some healing light just around your crown chakra, because I can see sometimes when you've been connecting and you make this big energetic announcement, it just sometimes it's putting a bit of strain on your heart, on your crown chakra. And so just to help with some of that healing just now, I'm just going to make the Om sound.
Whoa, it's tingling. Woo.
And your guide is saying that you can soften your announcement if you wish. Like it's all about your intention. So you can say very softly, you can say it out loud as well. You can say, guides, I wish to talk to you, or guides, connect with me at this time. Or if there's a specific energy or entity you want to talk to, you can like speak softly. And then other times you can make like big announcements if you want to. And that's also, it's good for you to practice because it helps you just attune your, I'm trying not to use the word control because I don't think you need control. It's more like when you're flexing a muscle, it's like, I can sometimes do it softly and gently, and sometimes I do it with lots of power, and you just allow that energy to flow as you wish. And then down to your third eye. Wow. So your third eye, it's being shown to me that it's like I'm seeing into your third eye, and there's like focus on what you're looking at in front of you, almost like a tunnel or a portal, and then to the sides are like these big swirls. They're like swirls of colors and lights. Do you see this in your dreams? Do you have dreams of like traveling through space and time, through wormholes?
When I do dream, I am going to these places that I remember a lot. And a lot of times, like at the end of the dream, when I first wake up, I'll remember it, but then I'll slowly remove what the vision of it was, but I'll still have that feeling. And I had a dream about a person about a month ago through that. And then I reconnected with him recently. And it was weird that I had that connection in that astral realm. And I don't know if I'm like in a parallel universe or something, or if I'm just connecting with other soul people, but
yeah, it's like I see your third eye being able to, that you and your consciousness, you can like, you're like jumping between points in space and time. And you're not just seeing, you're being there. And you can, it's like an, how to describe it? It's not all of your consciousness. So you could be here in planet Earth, in this timeline that you and I are talking in just now, in this frequency and vibration. And through your third eye, it's almost like you could take an aspect of you and you can like almost project it out and like biolocates, like being two different places at the same time. But your consciousness can be focused and your sight can be focused on the place that you want to jump to. And that you've been doing this really very naturally through your life. And it's a gift you develop through many lifetimes. It is about being able to see and to like teleport between different planets, galaxies, and even different universes, like through the different shifts in space-time frequency. And I'm just being shown this gift is going to continue to develop. So you're going to, it's funny because what was swirls around the sides of the vision are now showing to me like, they're like flowers. They're like the petals of flowers. And it's almost like a kaleidoscope. And what you're, okay, so your guide's just saying, no, we're not going to tell you more than that. That's for you, Rachel, to find out.
Okay.
But it is a gift that you are is blossoming, that you are developing, and when we get to grounding, we'll talk a bit about how you can help develop the gift and feel like you're able to align with it more, and it becomes more naturally to you, and to practice it in your daily life. Okay, thank you. And down to your throat chakra. It's really interesting. I'm seeing like, to me it looks like computer code, like zeros and ones, and it's flowing up and down through your throat chakra. It's coming up on your right side. It's coming up one side, and then it's coming down on the left side. I'm seeing 0 and then 1, 1, 1. And then it comes back down as 4 ones. Okay. I'm just getting a feel through the rest of your light body and human form, where this is originating from. Okay, we're going to come back to your throat chakra. And just stepping down through your high heart chakra to your heart. And your higher self is like you're pointing at your heart chakra. And you're saying, what is this? What is this? Okay. So your heart chakra appears large. It's very beautiful. And I'm seeing like the color red, but the red is quite dark and dull. So your heart chakra is functioning, but it's like it's slowed, its energy is being drained. And I was trying to understand where these like binary, like this computer language is like flowing up through your throat chakra from. And so what I'm seeing is on the back of your heart chakra it's really hard to describe. It's an entity that is like, it appears like part of the matrix, like part of the simulation. And it's a negative attachment. And it is, oh, okay. So it makes sense. So its ability is to create, so just to give some context, the simplest negative attachments can be like something that feeds off fear. So it's like if you have a little attachment and it could say to you, hey, you should feel fear, because if I can make you feel fear, I can feed off your fear. And then you can get, much more complex and more intelligent attachments. And this one is very advanced. So what it can do is it can project like a matrix reality. So imagine like a holographic, almost like a holographic universe. And what it's doing is whenever you're jumping around through space and time, it's like trying to, because it's wrapped itself around your heart chakra, so that when you jump into a space, it creates this false reality around you. And then there's like, it's causing like you're disorientated. So you jump in space and time and you're like, that's not what I expected. Why am I here? And that's how it feeds. So it's feeding on your disorientation and your frustration and sometimes fear.
Is it something that needs to be removed, or is it something that helps me?
It needs removed, and so we can do that. We can do that just now.
Awesome. I appreciate that.
It's no problem. And I'm just scanning around to see where it's attached. Okay. And it's showing like it's showing itself. It's currently hiding just on the back of your heart chakra. And it's almost like a circle, and it has like four feet, like 2 up above, 2 down below, and it's just like gripped on.
I can feel it. Yeah, I can feel it in there, like coming through the back part of my back, like. And I have a lot of like upper back problems in that area, and I think that's probably where a lot of that lies.
Yeah, it's like its back is arched, and it's like is it like your upper back that you have problems with? It's like it feels like a pressure.
Yes, big time.
Okay, so
I have 3 herniated discs in those areas that are all 3 are pinching on the spinal cord.
Oh, ouch. Okay. So I'm going to just gently remove this attachment, and to do this, I'm going to bring in my Lyran guide, Em and Shao, to assist, and I'm just going to have Archangel Michael just standing by me in case I need his help. And I'm calling forth my light sword. My sword be with me at this time. And this light sword cannot harm light. It cannot harm your human form. It can only affect negative attachments. And so I'm just reaching down, and I'm going to take remove one of its feet, its claws at a time. There we go. 3, 4. Okay, I'm just holding it now and just gently bringing it out from around your heart chakra and out of your body.
Woo! Whoa, that made me go forward. I felt that.
And I'm handing it to Archangel Michael. And Archangel Michael, please return to source and ensure it never returns again.
Oh.
And it's returning to source. And it's quite common, the entity was just speaking as it left, and it said it was behind the energy of you making your announcement so strong. So when we were talking about your crown chakra and it being sometimes like so loud, it would do that because it would kind of like a reflex to you, like make you do that stronger so that it allowed its work. Work was easier because then it could, when it created like a false universe around the space and time you're jumping into, it made that energetically much easier for it. And and also it could make you jump without you really wanting to, which I feel like explains some of the adventures you've been having in dream time that aren't always at your, it couldn't make you go to places you didn't want to go. It could only make you go when you didn't want to go, if that makes sense. So you might not feel particularly like jumping around in space and time, and it was like, who cares, let's go, and it would just start. Okay, and so turning my attention back to your heart chakra, and we'll also do some healing on your throat chakra.
Yeah, that energy is just moving. I'm yawning and like feeling dehydrated. Whew.
Wow. Okay, so I'm going to ask Archangel Raphael to assist with this healing on your heart chakra. We're just going to heal around where the entity is being attached, and also allow your heart chakra to kind of reignite its energy and to reactivate. And so I'll begin by making the Om sound. Once more. Good. I was just seeing it was like these flames of like the sun just starting to reignite, and it's not like it's not super high powered, like it's not all coming on all at once. It's just allowing that reactivation to start, and it'll continue to just come more alive and continue to grow in its energy over the coming days and at the right pace for you. Good. And then to your throat chakra. And I'm seeing now you're starting to get a clearer pathway from your heart up through high heart, through throat, third eye, crown. So I'm just going to do these chakras together. It's like your heart chakra is wanting its own voice again. It wants to be able to call, to make the calls, to make the connections as you wish. And your heart is so powerful and beautiful for discernment and your sovereignty, and detecting when you're connecting with energies, whether they feel positive, negative, everything in between, and understanding their intentions. And I'd also like to, as we're here at your heart chakra, I'd also like to just take a look into your spine, into your back, just to gently check in to see. I don't know if I could count exactly how many vertebrae it is down. I'm not a doctor, but I can see. And yeah, I feel like this is an area that's going to start to heal more by itself. And there was definitely a pressure. Like you've had this entity like maybe since birth. Like that attachment has just been there a long, long time, and it feels like you're just so used to having it there. And that like many things, as we just like I sit at a computer desk too often in a day, it affects my posture. It's like those entities like affected your posture also.
Yes.
And
I feel like I'm sitting up more straight since you've done that. I felt like that my shoulders just went back. I'm just like, okay. I felt it. I felt that. Yeah.
And I'm going to just send in some healing energy around your spine area. And it's really just allowing it to soften and to be, to revitalize, and for your spine to really feel that freedom and space again. I feel like it's almost like if your spine was a living being, it's like, I'm free again. I can move how I want to be. I can stretch and be free and be pain-free. And so I'm going to just bring in some light down to the top of your head, and then down all the way through your spine, the back of your neck, flowing down the upper back, flowing down this healing, energizing, loving energy all the way down your spine, down to the small of your back, and all the way down to your tailbone. Just allowing that energy to flow freely and softly. And to the area, your upper back, your spine, I'm just going to send in some direct healing light. Good. And your gray guide, she was just saying, just gentle, just soft, John, just allow that healing to start. So it'll just take time, but yeah, I feel like it's off to a great start.
Do you know that guide's name? I keep thinking it's Nabiri, but I don't know if that one's necessarily the name for that one or not.
Did you say, can you repeat the name, please?
Nabiri, like Nibiri, I think. Nabiri or something, I don't
know. She wants to tell, so she wants us to complete the scan and then to confirm her name.
Then do that.
But thank you for sharing. No, thank you. It's a big help. And then down to your solar plexus. Can you feel that on your solar plexus? What does it feel like to you? What's the sensation or the memory that you're feeling?
It feels like a little bit of pressure. I have a little bit of a pressure in there. I've held a lot of trauma in that area too. And I think some of it too has to do with sexual assault.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. I'm sorry you had to endure that.
You're fine. Yeah, I chose this life, so I had to learn the lesson. A lot of guilt and shame, I think, too, because a lot of the times I would sleep with the wrong people just because I needed a certain type of attention, but I would disrespect myself because they weren't like the right people. Yeah, and I did a lot of things, a lot of negative things sexually with people that I shouldn't have done.
Okay. Understand. So the energy that I was seeing on your solar plexus is like, I've seen like these waves. I feel like it is linked to your crown chakra, but that pressure you're feeling, it's almost like like an energy wave. When it's pressed, it's going vroom, vroom, vroom. And then I started to see you as I was trying to understand what being this is. Like it's either, yeah, it's like really large, like a giant bird or angel, or I feel like you've also been incarnated as a dragon before. And there's this, your solar plexus was like, and is like it's like it's like your egg. It's like your protected area that you like a dragon would hold and hide its head like egg, like a little baby. It's like, this is my it's your area of activation. It's like your activation button, if you like. Like if you had to press it, it would energize and activate all your gifts. And when you're when you've incarnated as being very large, flying entities, then you've been very protective of your solar plexus. And it's like it's the key, it's the gateway to your gifts. It is the way of accessing. Okay. It's the way of activating your gift to travel through space and time. And the sexual trauma and the journey you've been on in this lifetime, it's like you've been playing out past life wounding, where you would, so in past lives, you would engage in sexual activity with other entities to allow them to access your gifts. So they would connect and commune with you and use your gifts, including your gifts, to step through space and time. And it's like they would temporarily become you, with you. You were there through the whole experience. Okay. And I just want to hold space for you in this lifetime and in your previous lives, in all those times that you felt out of control, or you've been abused in any way, others have taken advantage, or you have felt the shame of where you've stepped out and actively sought out others to connect with in this way. And it's like it's been a repeating pattern from a previous life. I'm just trying to see through past lives where this last wounding comes from. Okay, we're going to come on to this. We're going to continue just to hold space for your sacral chakra. So your solar plexus, and move on to your sacral chakra. And there's like between your sacral and your solar plexus chakras, there's like this really strong connection between the two. It's like hardwired into your light body. It's like they are one chakra. I see like two circles, like a circle for your sacral, like a thick kind of tube coming up of light. It's like your light body. And then I see your solar plexus. Your guide is just talking to me at the moment. He's trying to explain this to me. Okay, so she's saying that through space and time, you have encountered trauma, and it originates from before this lifetime. But for us to remember that there is no such thing as linear time, and that it's happening in this lifetime as much as this lifetime is happening in its own timeline. And you consented to altering your light body to connect your two chakras so closely together, to allow another being to engage in sex with you and have that direct connection. It's like almost like a hard link between the two, so that it could access through your solar plexus. And your guide is like, she's like running her two fingers up and down this connection between the two, and she's just saying, would you like us to thin this, to soften this connection, and it will allow you to have really return to a state where you feel like the energy that flows through the two of them are much more in line with your needs, your desires, and to regain your sovereignty. Would you like us to do this just now?
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you. And so it's a very gentle process, and it's really just about setting the intention. And so I'm just focusing my attention onto your solar plexus chakra and setting the intention, this connection with your sacral chakra. And we're going to set your chakras free from this bind between each other, and just allow that light that connects between the two of them to gradually thin and fade, to bring them and restore them to natural states where they can communicate freely and fully within your sovereignty. That's good. Just gently allowing that connection to thin, allowing your chakras to glow again, to be free again, to regain your sovereignty as a beautiful, divine, sovereign soul. And just as we were disconnecting, as we're thinning that there, we actually disconnected this cord that you had with the being that you originally set this up with. And so we're like breaking. Say again?
I felt that release. Like it made my whole body go back. Like I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it's felt like a weight through space and time, and it wasn't super active as like a connection or a chord, but it was there, and it was causing like this looping effect into this lifetime. So it was causing this need to re-engage with that same trauma. I think need is the wrong word. It's like it was just a repeating pattern. A repeating pattern is now disconnected. And sending some healing energy, starting with your solar plexus. Good. And coming down the sacral chakra. And then we're coming down to your root chakra. And so I'm just hearing Gaia is saying to us, she's like, connect with me. She's asking, she's like, it's like she's singing a song. She just started by translating the song, which is, it's like commune with me, connect with me, be the voice of me, feel the love of me. And I'm starting to see this now, this as we're like bringing together your chakras. How would I describe your light body is becoming like it's like a symbol. The shape that you take is like, how could I draw it? It's like it appears as this column of light straight up and down you, and then out from, like, I can see like your head, and then out from here comes like, they're almost like wings, but they span out like, I can count them. Yes, 5. So a little bit like fingers, but they're coming out in this kind of upside down, in a U shape coming out of you. And then, well, that's your arms coming straight down. And then your body, your feet are like, you're standing with your legs again in a U shape, but they're just firmly planting into the ground, and they're connecting into Gaia really deeply. And you're like made of gold. It's like I'm being shown you as, you could be describe it like a talisman or a key. Yes, you're like a gateway to the universe, and that people throughout history have made. They've made figurines of your light body, of your soul.
Wow.
And they've used this as like, sometimes to worship and sometimes to pray to you, to ask to help them jump through space and time.
Wow.
And I'm seeing the ancient Incas knew the most of you.
Mm-hmm.
They had a name for you. Your guide is saying, no, you're not allowed to know the name yet. We've got to find the name out. Because I was just starting to pick up on it, and she said, we can, like, you and I will definitely research this, and we'll find. Okay. We're going to find, because I can help find what I think you look like, and then you can find your name. And when you find your name, you're going to reconnect with those aspects of you and find out more about your soul history.
Oh wow, how exciting. This is so cool.
it's like a treasure hunt. It's amazing. And yeah, your soul is incredible. So I'm just coming down to what Gaia is saying, and she's just saying she wants you to practice grounding every day, And if you can't get, do you have a garden or a park nearby where you can walk barefoot? So to do this daily, and she wants you to yeah, to like, it's almost like a small dance, and you're like, what are you doing with your she says it's like a playing dance, and you're like, I'm I'm thinking that you can see my feet, of course you can't, but they're like, you're putting your feet down like this, and they're quite, it's firm, but it's almost like a dance, like you're tapping down with your bare feet on the ground like this. And you can start by putting your hands on your heart, and you can first begin by just sending that energy, so like drawing that, all the kind of negative energy and the energy you want to release of the day or night or day or the week, like just bring it into your heart and send it down through your root chakra, down through your legs and down your feet into Gaia. And she's calling you to do this. She wants you to do this because in part she feeds off this ability that she can transmute the energy. And so she enjoys this communing with you. And she was saying in her song that she wants to she wants you to be her voice. And what that means to her is to be able to communicate. I'm seeing like we have these big kind of aerial masts for like TV and radio and mobile phones and stuff. She wants you to be like her broadcast, and she, being the voice of Gaia, is like it's like you're singing her song with her, and I'm seeing like these resonance waves of you being able to communicate out to all the hearts around the world, every living thing. Like you can send these waves all the way around the world. And it's so beautiful. She's just showing me, she's like, she's saying, I want every heart just to feel that moment of love, just that moment, just that one heartbeat. If every living thing on this planet could feel my love for just one heartbeat all at the same time, it would change this world. And so she wants to connect with you and through you. And there's something very symbolic as well about her being our mother of this physical realm, and the way she's connecting with you is through your root chakra. And this is a completely different way for you to connect with your gifts, and it's like it gives you complete sovereignty, it gives you complete discernment, and you decide when this happens. And so you can connect with her anytime, and she can ask at any time, and you can say yes or no at any time. And this is so different to how you've connected before between your solar plexus and sacral chakra. Whilst they will become engaged as your whole body and all your chakras become engaged in this beautiful transmission of being Gaia's voice. She really wants to do it in a way that helps you grow, and that helps you expand your gifts on your journey. And she just wants to speak to you for a second. Yes, please, Gaia, please channel through me.
I'm hearing like a drum beat in the back of my, like I'm hearing the drums just going like, boom,
yeah.
boom, boom. Yeah. Yeah.
And that is, these drums are my heart. My hearts are these drums. Can you hear the heart of every living thing in this planet at this time? I hear them day in, day out, past, present, and future all at once. And together we beat with the same heartbeat. We share the same planet. We are the same home. We are the same love. And I call on your beautiful soul, Rachel, at this time to step in and to assist me with communicating with all of these beautiful souls. And I want you to know that I see you. I see the angel of you. I called on you through space and time to assist me. And I'm so grateful for you answering this call and stepping into this lifetime, this beautiful descension to step into this human form. And together we ascend together.
Sorry, my husband's on and my dog's going crazy. Let me shut the door.
That's okay.
All right, there we go.
That's good. I could feel there was like this excitement. I could, like, your dog was like, "Wow, what's this?"
He's a blue heeler and he has the most high-pitched voice.
That's so cute. And Gaia wants, she's saying, I want you to just allow this communication. There is no pressure, no expectation, no demands that I place on you, only to share the love that you feel you wish to share. And so whenever you ground with me and commune with me, you can ask for this to happen. You can say, today, Gaia, I would like to be your voice. And you can also say, today, Gaia, I'm not going to be your voice. You decide. It is completely your choice.
Yeah.
And that she would like you to practice this, saying yes and saying no. And first, she would like you to practice saying no. And it sets this this bond between you, like two sisters, two souls, where you can see each other's souls and see the energies and the free will and the sovereignty and respect that in each other. And it is such a beautiful partnership when you have this mutual love and respect.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gaia.
Thank you.
And it's really like a journey of discovery. I feel like I have so many questions about what your gifts will be, what you'll share through this voice of yours, your ability to jump through space and time, your ability to connect with higher realms and to be able to broadcast in them as well. These are very unique gifts, and it is a really beautiful journey of discovery that you will go on, and you continue to go on through this lifetime. And really I want to hold space for this ambiguity, this miracle of not really knowing where the journey will take you, but knowing that you love yourself, trust yourself, trust in your guides, trust in Gaia, and that you'll figure it out as you go. You'll be making every decision you make on that journey will be the right one. And that when you feel like you're making mistakes, know and trust that these are all to help you grow, to help your soul grow. And just being brought back now to your guide. Could you repeat the name you had for her, please?
It was Nabiri.
Nabiri. Nabiri Tikiaita. Nabiri and Piatika AC Nabiri. Okay, so she's just saying like, yes, this is her name. It is like Nibiri is like the shortened, it's like a
Short
nickname.
version. Okay, so I was
for,
right in that.
yeah, you're spot on. And it is it's like it sounds like for me, and it has this resonance of Nibiru, and but it's not. It is so her home is this is so you, Rachel. Her home is a different timeline of Earth, and so she is in our future. But she's not directly in your path. And this is how she's allowed to be your guide, because she's not okay, because she's saying otherwise you would be her ancestor. And she said you can't, she doesn't feel like she's trying to explain that she's close to you in proximity in space and time, but there's not a direct connection. And this allows much more free flowing in your guidance, your love, your friendship, your work together.
Awesome.
And she would like to invite you to call on her in meditation. And she's going to, at your own pace and at a time and vibration that you're ready, you can invite her to come more physically into your space. And by this, I mean, you could start on a journey, and this could take weeks, months, years, but you can just call on her name as you start to meditation, even just for 5 minutes each day. And you take 3 deep breaths, connect with Source and Gaia, however you like to meditate. And once you've set up some protection around you, and this is like setting up that golden bubble, just like we did at the beginning, is really helpful for you and your ability to traverse space and time. And you can put your hand on your heart. And she's showing me what she sees of you. She says to her, you look like a being in a spaceship. She says, when you're in your little bubble and she can see you inside of it, it's like you're zipping around space and time. And so to you, like you're like the alien to her. She's like, look at that. Like, we don't know how to do that. That's so cool.
Is that?
And so, and she would like to show herself in this physical realm. And there's lots of different ways you can like just gradually progress in this journey. And so there's things like putting a hand on your heart and asking just to talk initially. So talk through your, everyone's different, but when I talk to my guides, I just place my hand on my heart and I say it out loud. I just say, guides, what messages do you have for me today for the highest good, love and compassion? And you could say, Nibiri, please step forwards, and what message do you have me today? Or what would you like to say to me? Or ask her a question, ask her, it feels like on like your treasure hunts that you're going to embark on to find out more about your gifts and your soul origins. You can ask her on this journey to assist you with the questions. And she's saying that the beautiful thing is that the questions themselves are in many respects the hardest thing. Just like before the session today, you wouldn't have known to ask at all about it. As you learn a little bit more each time, you'll learn the question to ask, and she will always be able to answer. And when she answers, just to allow that quiet voice of hers to just echo very briefly in your heart, coming into your crown chakra and just resonating in her heart like a very soft feeling, a soft song. And you'll hear it very clearly. And the more you practice, the more clear it will become.
Mm-hmm.
And over time, if you want to invite her energy into your space, like where you're sat, or if you're, if you're indoors or if you're out in nature, you can ask her to be with you or be beside you, and just to enjoy that, cohabiting that space and time. And it feels like over time you will probably also enjoy, when you're staring at the night sky, to ask her to show herself in her ship, so to physically see her, and like a star.
Funny you say that, because I keep going outside and I keep feeling, and I'm like, when I go outside and I look at the stars, like their lights are showing in different, and I feel like it's almost like a Morse code or something. And I go and I'm like, activate and integrate codes. And then lately I'm like, I need to see something now, because I keep feeling like I'm going to see something soon. So yeah, I love that you said that.
It's so cool. I love awesome. I love that you're being called, and I've had some of those experiences myself recently. And you're called to a space and time and a vibration, and they're called, that's their call. They're asking you to come, just step outside and say hello, and you can do the same thing. You can, like, even when you don't feel guided, you can just step outside and you can make that call. And it feels like it's quite quick. It feels like it'll be minutes. And that might feel like an eternity. Like for me, a 5-minute meditation feels like a year. Right. But just to just 3-4 minutes, and they can appear for you. Awesome. So, we're a bit over time, but I just want to thank so much to your guides, to Gaia, and to every soul that has interacted with us in this session, assisted in Rachel's clearing and healing through space and time. And through Rachel's heart, I would like to continue to send that healing energy from Source, to allow it to flow through every aspect of her, through space and time. And for as long as Rachael requires this healing and wants it to remain in place, just to allow that source energy to continue to support you and flow through you. And I'd like to ask Archangel Raphael to sit with you also, just to help support that continued healing. He's just saying, of course, I'm always here. I never really leave. Yeah. That's beautiful, thank you. And so we thank Rachel's guides, higher self, Source, Gaia, her ancestors. I thank my guides, higher self, ancestors, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael. And we leave this healing in place for as long as Rachael requires, or chooses it to be there. And we bring this session to an end. And I would like to just ask my guides to step back from Rachael, to disconnect my energy, and to allow her to have the space she needs without me being connected, and that she can call on me at any time to reconnect at her wish. And I'm just stepping outside of that bubble now to give you space. Wow.
That was awesome.
Thank you so much. What an adventure. Man. Wow.
I can't wait to post some videos about this. Oh, awesome. I
So
appreciate
cool.
it. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you. Yeah, really, really incredible. I'm going to do some Googling tonight and see if I can find that like an image of what I saw, and
Okay.
and yeah, feel free to reach out to me. I'll just check in with you over the coming days.
Okay.
Just message you and see how
Awesome.
you're doing. It's a good idea to drink plenty of water, and to, when your body's like feeling like you need the rest, like just go with it. Just remember that you've been through some big changes, so it's really helpful to just be kind to yourself. And yeah, to thank you so much for this opportunity. Do you have any questions before we finish?
I did have one. There's somebody who's recently come up, and it feels almost like it could be a twin flame type energy or something. I know that we're meant to kind of like help one another in this time, because it feels like a person, like I feel like it's from home. So I'm just wondering what that is supposed to be, or if it's just we're helping one another or what.
Yes, I feel like you know them from previous life. You have communed with them before. You have worked together before. And I'm just feeling like this heaviness on my heart. It feels like there has been some, and it's just lifting now. It's like there has been some trauma between you, and your guide is suggesting that it's okay for you to of course it's okay for you to talk to them. It's like, it's your free will, you do what you want. But what Nabiri is saying, she's like, you can connect, but she would like you to discern, like to listen to your heart and to ask, what is the intention of the connection? What is it? To really dig into what was the trauma that you went through with this soul. And I'm seeing like it's really interesting. I'm seeing like either showing two things at the same time. One is like this brilliant, beautiful, bright light, like an almost angelic light, and at the same time this like feeling of this dark, heavy feeling in your heart. And I think you're going to find out kind of which of the two it is, or somewhere between the two, where that past life connection feels like. And to encourage you to ask questions. So say, ask your guide, ask your heart, what is it you're feeling? Should you continue to connect with them? And really just paying attention to how that feels, because it feels like I would just leave you with no expectations about how whether it's good or bad or anything in between, just that you'll find out. It'll be a journey for you.
Gotcha. Okay. I appreciate that so very, very much. And I love you to pieces. I wish I could give you a big old hug. I'll just give you an air hug. Air hug.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
That means so much. Thank you. And I will let you get your time back now, because we've gone over, but I just want to thank you. Oh, you don't know how much help you just did. So I'm so very appreciative.
Thank you. It's my honor to help, and I will send on your video just privately to you, and you can do what you want with it.
Awesome. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Well, take care. I'll be in touch.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Sending love. Bye.
Love you.